Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social, in association with Empire Fight Store and our Kings. We're here, Johnny Nelson. Sorry, Johnny, just pissing about with camera, but it's a new one. How are we, my friend? It's been a long time.
I'm good. It's nice to be here in Birmingham, Easter weekend. The rematch is finally on. Ben is giving away as little as possible. Liam is shining bright. I've just seen his dad over there, and I just said to his dad, you know what? You've done a good job with your son. He's respectful, he's down to earth, and his dad's loving it. His dad's loving vicariously through his son.
Is that the right thing to do, not to say as much this time? Is he sort of going, you know what, maybe I did say a bit too much? Yes. Maybe I did say a bit too much. Tell you what, I'll give you nothing. I'll just do what I need to do.
Yes, yeah, without a doubt, because now he's got a question that he's got to answer for himself. Not us lot, because he was found himself in a situation in a fight that was foreign to him as a professional fighter. So now the most important person he has to answer is himself. So he's doing stuff in the gym. He's working with a different coach. He knows what he was neglecting in the gym, and so now I think, let me just see if this is right. So maybe the persona at this moment has changed, but you know, this is for him now. It's not because fans can be so fickle. They're talking to him like he lost, and he got more stick than anything.
I ask you, in terms of pressure, Liam Cameron, I suppose, the pressure's on Ben, it's in Birmingham, look, but does he come into this with a bit more pressure now? Look, he's signed by Queensborough. He's not so much as, I don't want to say a surprise package anymore. I think people, when he turned up in Saudi, were like, he's fighting a journeyman. And I was telling everyone, this ain't no journeyman. He's seen every gym in Sheffield. He knows how to fight. He has had a long time outside the ring, but it will really show if Ben's about it. So, but is the pressure on Liam coming into this?
No, because he liked being the underdog. And he was actually a good amateur. Turned professional under, people overlooked him because he wasn't the kind of in-your-face kind of guy. He's actually camera shy. When he came in to do the gloves are off, he was like a little kid in the street. Oh my God! So this is new to him. I gather he went to a shop to buy some Calvin Kleins, and the shopkeeper recognised him and gave him a discount and gave him for 20 quid. He's like, oh my God, I love this. His feet are so on the ground. That's how it should be, but he understands. It gives you something to fight for, to work towards.
You need to be, though, don't you? Have to have your feet on the ground when it comes to these occasions. Not let yourself get distracted by the bright lights, because these are your moments.
Yeah, these are your moments. These are your moments of growing, because what happens is I call it the David Beckham syndrome. All of a sudden you see your face in the newspaper and on TV, and you forget you've got to be in the gym, or you've got to put the work in to still maintain that. You turn up to the opening of a crisp packet, neglecting going to the gym, and then all of a sudden, you're losing. You're like, what's happening here? Liam's not done that. He actually looks in really good condition. He looks pretty trim. And I've seen some training clips of him, and he's put his work in. So if he's good enough, he'll get the job done. It's about Ben Whittaker making sure he picks the right tactics.
Last one on this fight. How devastating a blow is a defeat for Ben Whittaker in this fight? And does he have to make a statement in this fight, or does he have to get through it? Two-parter.
It's not career stopping, it's career devastating, yeah, and it's something that you can come back from, but it just means, there's certain parts that have not matured in his game yet. I think this is a level that he has to now step up to say, right, there's more about me, I can do more here, because he's got away with everything you shouldn't do this far. But now he's thinking, then I'll have to tighten my ship up a little bit now and get my head on.
Got to ask you, Chris Eubank Jr, I'm going to start with the positive side, has paid the 50 grand to the fighters on the undercard. What do you make of that? Nice gesture, but he came through, most importantly.
A nice gesture that slipped under the radar, and everybody just dismissed it. When they had their press conference and he put it on Eddie, put it on Conor, people dismissed it. And I thought, why are people not giving this boy his props for that? Because I've been one of those fighters that have been on the card that's fallen through, and you've spent money on training camp, sparring partners, and you've not got a penny. I've been one of those fighters that turned up to a fight, the fight's been cancelled the day before, and not got a penny. So for Chris, the fighter, to do this, he put it on Eddie, he put it on Conor, and realistically he was trying to shame him into doing what should be done, and they didn't. So you guys should be saying to Eddie and saying to Conor, why aren't you doing it? You won't, but you should be, because what Chris has done is the right thing to do, because he's earning enough money to sprinkle a little bit of love to the guys that aren't earning that kind of money, because, as I said, only 5% of fighters are making mad money. 95% of fighters aren't. They need to subsidise their boxing career. So for Chris to do that and actually put his money where his mouth is, it's like to Frank, well, even Frank, to Eddie, to Conor, shame on you. Why have you not suggested it? Why is it me as a fighter that said, you know what, some of the profits I'm making on this fight, there you are, boys, because I'm making mad money, these aren't. And so good on him, and shame on the ones that have ignored him, that don't do it.
Last one from me. I want to ask you just quickly, Eubank Sr.'s comments, quite sad to see how it's gone in terms of saying it's disgraceful about the egg getting slapped in his face on the Sun, and that he won't be in his corner. Is it sad from you on the outside looking at it?
Oh no, there's obviously turmoil going on in a Eubank household, and I get it, I understand it. It's a father talking to his son, not a promoter, not a manager talking to his fighter. A father talking to his son from his experience. So he doesn't want his son to make, as what he sees, are fundamental mistakes. But Chris did the same thing when he was coming through. He made mistakes, made decisions, and he got wise from them, and that's why he became the fighter he is. Now, as a father talking to his son, he's saying, son, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. But the son is now, he's a chip off the old block. Dad, I'm doing it my way. Now, if it's wrong, let me learn from my mistake. If it's right, let me learn from my mistake. So I see where Junior's coming from, I see where Senior's coming from. I see it both. The other personal things that will probably spill over in that interview, that's not our business. And that's a family thing. So we only see what we see. But there's more to this. But that's a personal thing. And so I think for Chris Senior, he's talking as a father. For Junior, he's talking as a fighter that's in conflict with his father. You can't have two bulls in a pen. That's why his dad won't be there. And I know his dad. I saw his dad in London a few weeks ago. He said, I won't be there. And his dad is surprised. He kept saying, this fight won't happen. You know, and that's what his dad told me back then. And so I don't know what he knows or what he doesn't know, but I think it's the bewitching hour is getting too close to, I don't know why it won't happen, but that's what the father thinks. But you know what, in reality, you've got to let these boys go, let them do their thing, let them create their path in life.
Well, look, Johnny, let's say I appreciate your time. I know you've got other interviews, so I'm going to let you get off. Thank you for talking to us for a few minutes.